Quilters, it's Geraldine Wilkins, the Living Water Quilter, and surprise. I thought I'd come on today to share with you something that I've been meaning to share and talk about. I know that a lot of you who have been coming to Quilt Conversations live, you've learned a lot in the last year, right? We've gone live, we've talked about a lot of things concerning machine quilting, but we had this multi-month series, right? Do you remember 10 steps to stress-free machine quilting? Do you remember that? Well, as many of you may know, that series is in a course. It's an online course now where it has a ton of videos, not just the 10-step videos, but it also has bonus videos, tools, techniques, so many different additional things to add to the 10 steps. And you're probably wondering, well, if you're here for the first time, what is she talking about? What are the 10 steps? Some of the steps are fabric preparation, because what I learned during our quilt conversations is that some ladies don't get started with free motion quilting or machine quilting in general, where you're quilting the 3 layers together: ruler quilting, free motion quilting, walking foot quilting. Either you haven't started some of those techniques or you're struggling in some of those techniques. And I want to share with you 10 steps that help lead to more successful machine quilting. And so that's what I did. I did a series, and you remember we talked about each of those steps, because from the very beginning, from fabric preparation, it will influence the outcome of our free motion quilting, ruler quilting, walking foot quilting, all of the above. So I went back. Instead of talking about free motion quilting patterns and ruler quilting patterns and techniques, I decided to go with you on a journey through my 10 steps: fabric preparation, cutting techniques. How do I cut my fabric? How do I prepare it? How do I cut it? Then, how do I piece it? How do I get accurate piecing? So, piecing accuracy, we talked about that. Then we talked about pressing. Does pressing matter? How do we press? What are the tools that we can use for pressing? From irons to pressing rollers, all kinds of ways that we can improve our quilt making process so that in the end quilt is exactly what we envisioned. So 10 different individual videos, each at least an hour to 40 minutes to an hour long. Put it that way. I actually put 2 versions in the course. I put the live session in the course, which is usually about an hour to an hour and a half. It depends. But then I also had an editor. I hired an editor to reduce those live sessions to get to the meat of the topic. So if you want to get to the section on pressing techniques and you don't want all the conversation in between, I got an editor to compress, to eliminate all the conversation so that you can get to the meat of the topic. So I wanted you to know that this is not only available so that you can improve your machine quilting, that you can have a better experience, that you can have a library to go to. So, fabric preparation, cutting techniques, piecing accuracy, pressing techniques, basting a quilt. How do you baste it? How do you stabilize the quilt? There's sessions, a complete session on basting, stabilization of the quilt, because most of us quilt on home machines. Also, remember I mentioned that there are some bonus videos. Some of those bonus videos are like this one, where I talk about having the right machine. You want to have a machine that is capable of accomplishing the tasks that you want. Accurate piecing. You want a large space for free motion quilting. This machine has 11 inches for quilting space. That's a lot of space. If you're thinking about getting a machine, you want to consider getting one that's going to be an investment. And when I finally decided to invest in a machine, my results changed. So machines matter. Invest in a good machine so that every time you sit in front of that machine, you know it's going to work. It's going to give you the outcomes that you desire. You're not going to stitch with frustration. You're not going to wonder, is the machine going to act up today? Is it going to work? I don't want to sit in front of a machine wondering if it's going to work. So this is one of the videos where I talk about a machine that's going to be good for piecing, that's going to be good for free motion quilting, and what I look for in a machine and recommend to you. I'm going to talk about the feet. So this is one of the videos that you will see in the course. So I told you that it is a course that is jam-packed with tips for beginners. You're going to get a lot of information. It's going to be your library. You're going to learn some techniques. You're going to benefit from 15 years plus of my experience. All the things that I tried and tested, and I'm sharing with you the tools after those tests that have worked, that help me get consistent results every time. I don't want to guess that maybe this time it's going to work. I want to know. And so what happens? What can we do to help us know that it's going to work? We try a tool, we test it, and then we figure out, yes, it works, or no, it doesn't work. But that takes a lot of time. So the course is saving you time. All right. What else is in the course? Remember, it's not just, but these are important, the 10 steps. Basting, how do you baste a quilt? Do you use basting spray? What kind of batting? There's a whole section on batting. Why we need to know more about the different types of batting. Synthetic batting, natural fiber batting, why it matters. Then we're going to have a whole section on thread. Can I tell you a secret? There's not just one video on thread, 2 videos on thread. There are 3 videos on thread. That's right, 3 videos. And then I share with you the resources that I go to help me learn about needles and thread, so that when I am ready to quilt a quilt, no matter what it is, art quilt, bed quilt, any quilt, I can use any thread I want because I know what needles I need to use with that thread. 3 videos to help you get up to speed on thread so you can be creative. Another tool I'll share with you, this is another video that's in the course. I share with you different tools to help you get piecing accuracy. That's way in the beginning of the 10-step process. Piecing accuracy matters. That seam allowance matters when it comes to machine quilting. That's why the course is called 10 Steps to Stress-Free Machine Quilting, because if our piecing is not accurate, if our seam allowance is too big or too small, that will influence the results of machine quilting. This is one of the tools that I share with you on how to get an accurate quarter seam allowance without using a 1/4-inch piecing foot. Some machines, like this one, you can get a 1/4-inch piecing foot, but perhaps you want to do it differently. You want to use your regular foot, and this is a tool that you can use to create that accurate 1/4-inch or scant 1/4-inch seam allowance. It allows you to do 3 different seam allowances with this tool. So this is another video, another example of what is in this course. Now, I have a special surprise for you because I am passionate about helping you go to the next level. No matter where you are in your quilting journey, maybe you've already been making quilts and you think, well, this course is not for me. Perhaps you don't need all 10 steps. Maybe there's one area like batting that you want to get more information. Maybe you need more help with thread and needles. I have taken the time, or I've begun the process. It's almost complete. I've done up to 6 separate individual courses for the steps. I'm going to do all 10 steps, but 6 are now available as separate individual courses. They're called mini courses. So if you just want one topic, you can just do the mini course. If you want all 10 plus all the tool videos, all the technique videos, that's included with the entire course. So I recommend getting that because what you want is unlimited access. You get unlimited access with all of them. But with the full course, you will get access to a private community where you can share your progress, encourage others in their machine quilting journey, get help from me as the instructor with both the mini course and the full course. You get help from me. So no problem with that. I'm here to help you. I want to help you go to the next level. If you just need a mini course, a refresher, you get unlimited access. You get help from me. With the full course, you get the private community and you can submit assignments for both. You decide. Now, it's Black Friday. So, of course, if you go to the website, you're going to find out there are 2 big discounts. One, 25% off the whole website, everything, all the courses, patterns, everything, 25% off. But for today only, the 10 steps to stress-free machine quilting is 50% off. 40 plus videos, tutorials, a private community, unlimited access. It also includes a phone app. So if you are on the go and you are traveling, you can watch any of those videos on your phone. All right. So what else might you find in this full course? Here's another example. Are you a long arm quilter? If you are a long arm quilter, whether it's on a frame or on a sit down, a table, your long arm is on a table, you are going to want this tool. You are going to want a TOA gauge. This is a gauge to help you set your bobbin tension. And I show you in the course how to use this gauge. So many benefits in this course. Remember, unlimited access. I show you everything about this gauge and why you want to use it, how to use it. You want to be in the full course. I really recommend that. If you were here during the initial time when it was 10 steps of stress-free machine quilting, and we did every single week one step. We did fabric preparation, we did piecing accuracy, then we went to pressing techniques, and then after that we talked about basting a quilt, and then we talked about batting, needles and thread, stabilization of the quilt, from the beginning to the end. That was over several months, and it was a lot of information. Most of us really can't retain that much information. We need a resource to go back to. And that is why I put it together as a resource course, a resource library. and then packed it with additional videos on so many different tools. And then when you're ready, depending upon where you are, you might be ready to start doing some fun free motion quilting designs. That's right, free motion quilting. So if you are in the alphabet course, I know a lot of you ladies are already in the alphabet course, and you should be able to stitch the designs that you see right here. If you are taking the lessons, if you're practicing the techniques and submitting assignments, asking me for help, you should be able to stitch all of these designs or get started. Start with one, practice over and over. Start another one 6 months later and continue to practice and put them in real quilts. In order to improve, we have to go from paper, whiteboard, just practicing ahead of time, then a practice quilt sandwich, then we have to go to a real quilt. That is how you're going to incrementally build your confidence. Confidence comes from learning, practicing, and doing the quilting. You can watch all my videos and get tons of information, but if you don't do the work of practice and implementation, implementation means you have practiced, but now you're going to put it in a real thing, a real quilt. I want you to get started. I want you to succeed. Ladies, what is on your list of goals for next year? You don't have to wait till next year. You can start today. That is why I have created these courses so that you can get started, have unlimited access. Coming to the Quilt Conversations live. I love it when we came here live every single Friday. You know, I'm on a 2-month break because I'm creating additional content for you. But please use this time to get started. If you were thinking about taking the alphabet design course, take it. Take advantage of the Black Friday sale. Take advantage and get started. I want to help you. Allow me to be your coach, your machine quilting coach. Quilt Conversations Live, the date night community, we are a supportive community. And I love to share the wins, the successful journeys that many of you have been on. If you haven't been here before, you can watch some of the replays where I talk about Terry, who jumped in despite her fear and started quilting on a big quilt. And that quilt ended up in several quilt shows, national quilt shows. We talked about Rochelle and her journey. Amazing quilter. You can watch both of those videos and see their progress. Both of them are in the alphabet design course. Both of them were there during the Quilt Conversations live where we talked about the 10 steps. And I hope if you two are listening, if you are not in the 10 steps to stress-free machine quilting, you need to get in there. Get access to all that information unlimited on the phone app. Ladies, I want to help you succeed in free motion quilting. There's no reason why you can't. If you do the work, you will progress little by little. And over time, you will see in a year's time, or even sooner, depending upon how frequently you practice, which is another conversation. There is a practice of practice. If you only practice every 6 months, your progress is going to be very slow. That's why I'm encouraging you to practice on real quilts. Hey, Cassie, I just noticed that you were there. And Deneen, hello, ladies. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Cassie is in Ohio, and Deneen is in Illinois. Welcome, welcome. So I don't know what time you joined in, but I am here to just encourage all the ladies that set a plan, get started. And I want to help you get started. I've been sharing a lot of tips and techniques here on the YouTube channel, on Facebook, but unless you're doing it, you're not going to move forward. And to help you move forward, I have created the Black Friday sale, the big discount. This is the big news. The 10 steps to fresh stress-free machine quilting is 50% off today only. 50% off, over 40 videos, technique videos, all the 10 steps, tool videos. I want to help you succeed. And remember, unlimited access. You get the private community, so Quilt Conversations Live. All the ladies, we can be on my private website and continue the conversation. You can share your photos. You can't share your progress or photos here when I'm live, right? But in the private group on the website, you can do that. And you can get help from one another. So it's not just me in the conversation, it's all of us collectively. When there are multiple quilters with different ideas, we all help each other grow together. I learn from you, you learn from me, we learn from one another. And having a private community where we can share that in a safe place, that's what I like. I want to continue to create beyond the live sessions here on Quilt Conversations Live. I want us to have that on my platform so that we can continue our relationship with free motion quilting, helping each other to grow in quilting. Ladies, take advantage. It's only for today. Now, the other thing is site-wide 25% off everything. My quilting patterns, quilting bundles, all the other courses, those are also 25% off. So if you wanted to do the course on the alphabet design course, that is 25% off. Only the 10 steps to stress-free machine quilting is 50% off, but everything else, 25% off. So I'm not going to stay on here much longer. Let me know if you have any questions before I sign off. Just want to be on here for a quick 30 minutes. I'm going to be live several times today on Amazon talking about tech stuff for teachers and then a studio tour. But I will be back here on the YouTube channel this evening at 7 p.m. and also on Facebook. And I'm going to talk about crafting and sewing storage. So if you are free, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, join me here on Black Friday. We're going to talk about some of the things that I use for storing my tools and quilts, crafting supplies, quilts, tools, the things that I use to store those. So I hope to see you then. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family. Hey, Jazzy, welcome. Good morning. How are you? Let me know if you have any questions. If you just joined, I was talking about some of the things that I have available for my quilting community to help them move forward in their machine quilting. And part of that is giving you a deep discount on my online courses, the on-demand courses. So take advantage of that. I put a link on YouTube. It's at the top of the chat, so you can click on that. For my friends on Facebook, let me put a link in there for you. And you just go to that link. You'll get the code, and you will be able to get the discounts on the on-demand courses. Get started. If you have already started, think about what is next for you. What is next in your quilting journey? What do you want to learn? And I want to be able to help. Hopefully, some of the courses I have will help you in that journey. maybe it's something you want to improve. You started, but you're not sure. Maybe you don't need all 10 steps. You just need one or two steps. I've taken out some of the steps and made individual courses. So if you want just to get help on batting, that's a course. If you just want to get help on piecing accuracy, that's a separate course. So I am working on, I have 4 left to get live. Hopefully, I'm going to get that done by this weekend so that you can still get the discount. All right, ladies, that's it. I see you don't have any questions there on YouTube or Facebook. And I will be back 7 p.m. here to talk about quilting and craft storage. And then I'll be on Amazon today several times. So if you're not following on Amazon, you can go to Amazon by going to tools.livingwaterquilter.live. That will bring you to my Amazon shop, and there you will see me live, and you just click that. Easy peasy. All right, ladies, thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.